Policy Committee starting at 5:33. All right, so on this student dress, is there a reason?
It's a yearly one.
Right, but we weren't going to make any changes.
He changed, I believe, 2 sentences or a sentence and took out a word. It's on there.
Okay. All right, well, we'll go to here. Let's just, okay, so we had done this. This was asked to go back and revise this. Did you?
I'm not sure how you want me to revise it. What's the best way?
Okay. I think Trustee Grissom just wanted to go back to the old way that it was, which was just simply alphabetical. Do you recall if what she had said during the meeting?
She didn't like the format is all.
Right. Do you recall if she said just to go back to the way this was? That's
just that she liked the old format.
okay.
That's all I remember.
Okay, so then if we just go back. Let me do that. I don't want. Holy Moses. What? Okay. Okay, wait.
I changed the color and then I alphabetized, but that was all I did.
Okay. So maybe, because I don't believe there was any language change that was requested, correct?
No.
In here, it was just.
It was just that.
So what I would recommend we do is just take the chart that you had made, and then put the colors back to what it was, and then just strike this and strike out the blue so that the trustees can see that we took the blue out and went back to what it was. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Because I don't know that there was anything else that was.
So the one that's down below is that one that we changed to. And the only thing different from the blue is it's changed to the different color. And then those individual boxes are alphabetized.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and just table this one because I'll go back to the meeting, I guess, and listen to what was exactly asked for, because I honestly don't remember. Because we had a meeting or so after that one. So we'll just move on from this one, and then hopefully by next Monday I will rewatch the meeting to figure out what we need to do, because I don't recall. I just know Trustee Grissom didn't like the new formatted layout, and I thought she just wanted to go back to the other one. Okay, organization and classification. Did we go through this one?
This is the one that you wanted brought back because you weren't sure if we were done with it. But we went on to elections, and elections was the one that had a bunch of changes that still needed to be made.
Okay. Okay, so did someone else put in this academic and administrative and strike that out?
We did last time that we did this.
Okay, let's see. Okay, so something was done on the 26th, because I remember when I looked at it for the board meeting, there was nothing that was on this paragraph. So, which was why I thought, oh, I don't think we finished it.
No,
but
there was
that's
on
okay.
there. Cause this is the one that I pulled directly from it, I just took the same
Okay.
thing that I popped it over.
Okay, so I don't really know that, such as school laws of Idaho. Education delineate the powers, duties, and responsibilities of the board. Okay, also IDAPA, I don't know why that's not identified in there. Okay, alright then. We can just, I guess, move on from that one.
So is that one good to go back, or?
Okay, remind me, cause it went for first read or
for-
second read?
It went for first read, and you wanted it pulled because you were unsure if we had finished this one.
Okay, it can go back for second read then, I guess. Okay, membership. So this one. Okay, this one was the one that we were working on at your last meeting, right?
I was saying, I seems to be that we have.
It never
covered
came
that.
back, so.
Okay.
Alrighty, so let's see here. The district is governed by board of trustees consisting of 5 members. Each member represents a different trustee zone unless a trustee was appointed at large to fill a board vacancy. The board's powers and duties include the broad authority to adopt and enforce all necessary policies for the management and governance of its schools. Except as otherwise provided by law, trustees shall hold office for a term of 4 years. Each trustee shall qualify for and assume office on January 1 following a November election. When a trustee is appointed, the trustee shall assume office at the next scheduled board meeting following such appointment. Or if appointed at the regular. Okay, so I think, so when a trustee is appointed, shall assume office. Okay. At the first meeting, when a trustee assumes office, an oath of office shall be administered to the trustee. The oath of office may be administered by the clerk or by another trustee of the district. The records shall reflect the new trustee's name and who administered the oath of office and be placed in the official records for the district. Okay, all trustees.
Brooke had concerned about the whether elected, re-elected, or appointed, since that is in the statute. This was the one that Brooke had us pull off.
Okay. Okay, so did she say what her concern is?
Well, the whether elected, re-elected, or appointed is directly in the statute.
Okay.
So she was worried about that being taken out.
Okay, but I guess I don't understand because what the crux of the problem is. Simply because it says when a trustee assumes office, whether they all would be elected, re-elected, or appointed, it's when they're assuming the office, we have to administer the oath. So I don't know whether that's a big issue or not.
It seemed like extra language.
Yeah, I mean, I get that it's part of the statute, but I don't know, I
Is it
mean,
vital?
not all of our policies are,
Verbatim.
well, we take out the legalese so that people can read the policy and understand. Do you think it's clear, Mary, that at the meeting, when a trustee assumes office, doesn't matter when, where, why, or how?
Well, because the previous paragraph talks about electing or appointing.
Right.
And whether it's an election or a re-election, it doesn't matter, it's still an election.
Right, right. It's just a trustee assumes position, and so before they have to take their oath before they get to be.
Here's a question I have about this. This is, November 4th comes along, and whether it's me or somebody, well, obviously it's gonna be a new appointee from District 5, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, 4
For-
and 5 are
for
up
certain.
re-election.
Right? And so with the January 1st deadline, that gives that person 2 months to really spool up, get their feet wet and everything. If it's changed to the next board meeting, then theoretically, you could be elected November 4th and be having to be fully spooled up and operating at November 7th.
No.
No?
No, because you don't assume office until January 1.
Oh, okay. I thought that was
December
being
31st.
struck, and it was being changed to the next official meeting.
Well, it's at the meeting when a trustee assumes office, and the reason it states that is because if you are appointed to a trustee position, say a trustee needs to leave, so the board would hold interviews and choose who they would have
Mhm.
sit in that seat. Well, then at their next meeting, they're going to read the oath and be
I see.
sworn in.
Okay.
But if you're elected, you do not assume office until January 1.
Okay.
And so we've had a little crux where when there were 3 of us, it was like, cause it's 1, 2, 3, in one specific year, and then there's a bye year, and then it's 4, 5 in the next year. And so when it's the 3 of us, we don't have a quorum to even open the meeting. So that's where it's like, oh, well, we
Okay.
I don't know if anybody thought this one through, but.
Right. There's a hole and you're plugging the hole.
Right.
Okay.
So, but yeah, no, if you're elected November 4th, you do not assume office until January 1, regardless. I mean, unless, I guess, maybe your trustee would quit and then you could come on board early if the board chose to do that. I don't know. I mean,
Another hole.
they
right?
could elect, they could appoint someone
In the interim.
totally different until January 1, and then you would assume office.
Fair enough.
So, yeah. So, is that clear or not clear? At the meeting when a trustee assumes office, an oath of office shall be administered to the trustee. Because up here we're saying, each trustee shall qualify for and assume office on January 1, following a November election. When a trustee is appointed, the trustee shall assume office at the next scheduled board meeting following such appointment.
Mm-hmm.
So the red is what we have added. The strike through is the standing stuff that they had that we're taking out. And everything highlighted is a comment that shows what statute it relates to.
Okay.
All trustees shall have the opportunity to participate on an equal basis. Official action by board members must occur at a duly called and legally conducted meeting convened to make a decision or to deliberate toward a decision on any matter. Individual members of the board have official status only when acting formally as members of the board while in session or when specifically entrusted by the board to carry out specific assignments. The board shall not be bound in any way by any action or statement on the part of an individual board member except when such actions or statements are in accordance with specific instruction from the board. All comments of the board shall be made during regular or special meetings. Okay, so I guess we need to ask the board about, I guess maybe Brooke can speak to the board about what her crux is on that. I don't think it changes. I think striking it out has no,
It doesn't alter
concern.
it doesn't alter what it says.
Yeah, it doesn't
It just
at all.
takes out
Right.
Or extra words.
Right, I think it's more concise, but, we can bring that back, I guess, on a second read.
Do you wanna add, I
Ooh.
mean, what if you added a
Let's
comment
see.
on the side to that effect,
Let's
to
see.
remember when it comes up with the board?
Here. Wait, no, that's the wrong one. Sorry. Where are we at? So was it this one?
Organization.
Was
No,
it that?
membership, it was membership.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah. Would it be helpful to have a comment to that effect? This is what we want.
I'll probably forget.
Well, that's what I was thinking. If you put it, if it was put into the comment section, and if, I don't know if you made a habit of doing that whenever you
Right.
wanted the board
Okay.
to review something in particular.
Okay. We'll put that there. I did notice, apparently, oh no. Okay, never mind. I thought I saw, well, we'll just go here, Rusty's draft, that's where I saw it, okay. What is this,
So, and the
this is,
reason why I put Rusty's draft up there is because he has his comment on there, so if you scroll down, you'll see his comment.
Sentence reinstated. It makes great sense to have as many people involved with policy as possible, especially the experts in the area. Thank you. Okay. Where?
The policy that he wants to go back up, or the sentence is the light yellow.
The highlighted?
No,
No.
go back up.
Yeah,
There you
good.
go.
Oh, this
Light-
one?
Yep, that.
Board encourages the superintendent to contact.
Okay. Where? Oh, sorry, Mary.
Okay, I was just trying to read what that sentence was.
Okay, where's our draft policy and all the other
It's
stuff?
the exact same one. He just wrote a comment on that one, so.
Okay. Alright, so, okay, help me understand, where are we at on this particular policy?
So this policy was ready to go, everything's done and over with, he just wanted that sentence put back in.
Has it gone out for, survey?
No,
Has it gone to first read?
no.
Okay, alright. Alright, so the adoption of, let's just start from the beginning, because I don't know where we're at. The adoption of new policies on the revisions and amending of existing policies shall be the sole responsibility of the Board of Trustees. In formulating policies, the board shall adopt general principles which provide authority and responsibility for the superintendent and administrative staff to take action. The application of such policies to specific situations, personnel, and activities as an administrative detail to be performed by the superintendent and the administrative staff. All policies shall conform to local, state, and federal laws, as well as the rules and regulations of the Idaho Department of Education. Proposed new policies and proposed changes in existing policies shall be presented in writing for reading, discussion, and final vote at a regular or special board meeting. Such proposals may be referred to the superintendent for detailed study as needed prior to board action on the proposal. The board encourages the superintendent to contact other experts to have potential board policy researched. Alright, so interested parties, including any board member, citizen, or employee of the district, may submit views, present data or arguments orally or in writing in support of or in opposition to proposed policies. Okay, so that was all struck. All new and amended policies shall become effective upon adoption unless a specific effective date is provided in the motion for adoption. Policies as adopted or amended shall be made a part of the minutes of the meeting at which action was taken and shall also be included in the district's policy manual. Where the board has provided no policies or guidelines for administrative actions within policies, and when action must be taken for the effective operation of the district, the superintendent shall have the power to act. It shall be the duty of the superintendent to inform the board of actions taken and the need for policy. The superintendent actions shall be subject to review by the board at its next scheduled meeting. A policy may be suspended to accommodate administrative recommendations or emergency needs by a majority vote of the trustees present, provided that all trustees received written notice of the proposal and its purpose prior to a scheduled meeting. In the absence of prior notice, any suspension requires a unanimous consent of all trustees. The superintendent shall notify the board in writing of the need to suspend a policy and the rationale for doing so. Policy suspension shall be addressed at the next scheduled board meeting. The board clerk, in collaboration with the superintendent, shall develop and maintain a current policy manual which contains the policies of the district. The policy manual shall be housed at the district office. Each administrator, as well as staff, students, and other residents shall have access to the manual. Any additional policy manuals created shall remain the property of the district and shall be subject to recall at any time. All policies shall be accessible in electronic format on the district website. Okay. Go ahead.
So the shall be addressed at the next board meeting.
Mhm.
Is that too restrictive? Is it better that it shall be addressed within the next 1 or 2 or 3 board meetings? Otherwise, it's really driving the schedule, right? If you're mandated, because this came up, now you're mandated, you have to cover something on the next board meeting.
Right.
Is that too restrictive, or is it better to give yourself some lee room and say, okay, we'll address it, but it'll be within the next 2 board meetings?
But I think they're referring to just an emergency kind of change.
Right, I mean, the
it's-
superintendent shouldn't be just
It's not gonna-
canceling policy.
It's not gonna be making,
No, agreed.
taking
No.
those actions willy-nilly.
Right.
Something happened,
Right,
and so that needs to be addressed quickly.
So this
Exactly.
wouldn't be normal, this would be,
Yeah, it's-
okay.
yeah, the board would need to do its job to follow up and figure out what happened, why, was it appropriate, do we need to modify immediately whatever's going on? I mean, cause ultimately the board, the board is the governance over the whole district, the governance is the policy. So if you have someone that's not a governance coming in and removing policy, the
That would
board
be-
has to answer for it.
Yeah, right away. Okay,
So,
fair enough.
yeah.
I just, yep, that makes sense.
Not run-of-the-mill operations.
Yeah,
It's,
that's where my head went is, okay, now you're being boxed in and put in a corner.
No.
No, not at all.
Okay, fair enough. Thank
This-
you.
Oh, sure, this language, I think it's, I get that he would like to put it back in. I think the board should weigh in on it, simply because it just seems to be more of it's not a directive. In my mind, it's like it's a caveat. It's his job. If he wants to contact experts, then contact experts. I don't think he needs to be encouraged by the board to do that. Do you? I think it's just fluff language, really.
Okay.
I mean, it's not like it's.
That door is open
Right,
anyway.
because
It's not that that has to be there.
Exactly.
Okay.
I mean, we're not gonna say you can't,
Mhm.
And we've not said that at all within the policy, and
I see
given
your
that, oh, I think it was up here. So the board shall adopt general principles which provide authority and responsibility for the superintendent and administrative staff to take action. Propose new policies and propose changes in existing policies just need to be presented in writing. So I mean, I don't get why this has to remain there, but I think the board should weigh in on it. He wants it there. I don't see the need, so maybe having discussion, having the board weigh in on it, to give final direction for whether it should be part of the
Mhm.
policy or not, cause I just think it's fluff language, it's not anything, it's something he should, it's something the superintendent should know that they have the
That's,
ability
that's
to
within
do.
his scope, that's
Exactly.
within his scope.
Exactly.
Regardless, it doesn't have to be,
Exactly.
because again, it says the general principles
Right,
versus.
Right.
We don't have to, and I think very often policy gets too much in the weeds.
some do.
We have to
Yes,
describe
they
all the
do.
weeds.
You do, and then, yeah, where are we? Okay, so
Weed in the weeds.
this.
I'll clean it up, highlight that, and present it to the board.
Well, it has to have parent input first. I
Okay.
mean, cause Rusty's read through it and he wants this put back in.
Mhm.
This is such a.
Again, would you,
Yes.
would adding a comment there with Rusty's,
Well,
just to say
Rusty's-
what your logic is behind that? That this language is,
Sure. Okay, so where's the little?
because there's so many different things that you cover.
Oh, yeah.
Like you say, it's like,
I
oh, what
know.
were my thoughts on that one?
And then we get to the board meeting and I'm like, yeah, I don't remember. Why is because it's already commented. Okay, so
So
I
hit
guess.
a reply.
I
But,
could-
you could do a reply
You
to
can
that.
do a reply
Yeah,
to
you
it.
could do a reply.
Oh, thank you. You can add a comment.
Or add a comment.
So-
There we go. Just gotta find the right symbol.
Right. I should probably do this. So no one assumes you wrote the comment.
Oh.
Cause we're under the board
Yes.
colors, so,
Mhm.
I didn't do that on the other policy, I should probably go back to it. Which one was that? Was that the membership one?
Yes.
Thank you.
Edit your comment. It should be are they not in order?
No,
It should be the last one, shouldn't it?
No, it goes based off of where you put the comment.
Oh. But they're all dated, correct?
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay. Equal education, non-discrimination, this one's.
So this one, if you go to the admin policy recommendation, that has the changes. There was a change in there that had to be made, due to, our audit pulled it.
Okay. Okay.
if you hit the arrow, will that,
Well,
give you,
oh, this one?
yeah,
Yeah.
There you go.
Perfect. Make me bigger. Oh, there we go.
do that one too.
Yep. Alright, so. Oops, go on
Yeah, ooh, close enough.
This will be, let's go down to 90%, and this one should be. 90%. Thanks a lot. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
If I zoom in.
So,
Okay.
okay, so our policy states equal education opportunities shall be available for all students without regard to race, color, national origin, ancestry, sex, gender identity, and sexual orientation, ethnicity, age, language barrier, yada, yada, yada. Okay, so they wanna change it to the Lakeland, I think, okay, so the Lakeland Joint School District is committed to ensuring equal educational opportunities and a discrimination-free environment for all students, staff, and applicants. In accordance with federal and state laws, the district does not discriminate on the basis of. Okay.
I gotta zoom in too.
Oh, sorry. Okay, so,
So it's adding a precursor to, I mean, it's being, I understand that language in the red. That makes
Right.
sense.
it does. Okay, so what
And we have to specifically say race, colors.
Right, but
we can't generalize it.
right, so I'm going to. I don't know where that's going, so I'm just going to do this. School district. Where's the color? Is it here?
No. It's under
The three dots.
the three dots.
Thank you. Equal educational opportunities. Alright, so this
And
shall be available for all students without regard to.
Where's that in that? And a discrimination free. Yeah, all the red
Yeah.
placed in there.
Ensuring equal opportunities and a discrimination-free environment for all students, staff, and applicants. In accordance with federal and state law, the district does not discriminate on the basis of race, color, national origin, ancestry, sex.
Can we put a period after laws and start a new sentence with the district? To me, that makes more sense. Flows better instead of having an entire paragraph that's that long.
Right. know that we have done something with these two buzzwords. I don't know if that's
They're in the law,
in the state law or the federal law.
federal law.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go ahead and highlight them. Just because I know there have been a few policies that the trustees have specifically taken them out. So I don't know if they want it in or they want it out. Ethnicity, age, language barrier, religious belief, physical and mental handicap or disability, economic, and homeless child. Any student may file a discrimination grievance. Why did they strike that out?
I think it's covered down lower.
Well, cause they added all of this. Okay. No student shall, on the basis of sex, be denied equal access to programs, activities, services, or benefits, or be limited to the exercise of any right, privilege, advantage, or denied equal access to education and okay. Inquiries regarding discrimination or intimidation should be directed to the district Title IX coordinator. An individual with a complaint alleging a violation of this policy shall follow the uniform grievance procedures. Which, yeah, okay. In compliance with federal regulation, see what I don't understand, yeah, okay. In compliance with federal regulation, the district will notify annually all students, parents, staff, community members, and unions or professional organizations that the district holds a negotiated agreement with of this policy, and the district Title IX coordinator who shall receive inquiries. Okay. Notification should include the name and location of the coordinator as well as a statement that the district will provide equal access to the Boy Scouts and other designated youth programs. Huh. I don't know why.
Why are the Boy
I-
Scouts
I
specifically
have
pulled out there?
no
That doesn't make sense to
idea.
me.
The Office for Civil Rights is charged with enforcing the Boy Scouts of America Equal Access Act. Well, maybe that's why.
Okay.
Complaints alleging violations of this law may be filed with the OCR online complaint form or by contacting the OCR office with authority to handle complaints and where the institution or entity you are complaining about is located. The notification will be provided in all handbooks. The district will not tolerate hostile or abusive treatment, derogatory remarks, or acts of violence because of disability against student, staff, or volunteers with disabilities. The district considers this behavior to constitute discrimination on the basis of disability in violation of state and federal laws. Okay, so access and inclusion. The district guarantees equal access to all educational and extracurricular programs and activities, including access to designated youth groups as required by the Boy Scouts of America Equal Access Act. Hostile or abusive treatment, derogatory remarks, or acts of violence based on disability or other protected characteristics are strictly prohibited and considered discriminatory under applicable laws. So that is
Is
this
yes. Well,
and this.
that's yes. That is
Oh wait, no.
to me clearer and more
Right. So
applicable. Because the whole reason that that has to be in there is because of the Office of Civil Rights.
right. So
And the Equal Access Act.
this paragraph.
Is that first red one. Although there's some Title IX in there too.
Right.
I haven't read that one yet.
Me either. So let's do this. And then this should be. Alright. Access revision. So this Title IX and Section 504 compliance, inquiries regarding compliance of this non-discrimination policy, but that's not what it's called, is it? It's equal education. It should be the entire title. So inquiries regarding compliance with this non-discrimination policy may be directed to the Section 504 Program Coordinator and Director of Human Resources. The district's Title IX coordinator is designated to receive inquiries and complaints related to sex equity. Sex equity? Okay. Annual notifications of this policy and coordinator contact information will be provided to students, parents, staff, community members, and affiliated organizations. Okay, so that
Is
this little paragraph?
that one, and then
And
in
this
compliance
one?
with federal, the district will notify annually all students, community members. So it's
This one?
it's that, but it's also
Part of
the
this one?
first, yeah,
Oh,
it's
or
part of
this
that,
one.
it's part of that next paragraph right there.
Okay.
Like I said, the first 4 lines.
And they have it on. Okay. Grievance procedure. Any individual who believes they have been subject to discrimination may file a civil rights grievance in accordance with the district's uniform grievance procedure. Complaints may also be submitted to the Office of Civil Rights through this online complaint form. Doesn't look like it's linked. Which that is part of this bottom one, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Notification.
Oopsies. That language, I think, is somewhere, because I know I've read it. Maybe not.
Not specific.
Okay. So, protection against retaliation. No individual shall be intimidated, coerced, or otherwise discriminated against for filing a complaint, participating in or engaging in any. So I'm just curious. The audit said there was something wrong with our policy, but yet it includes all the same language, just differently.
I don't know exactly what it was.
Okay.
Jessica would know. All I know is whatever needed to be changed is in there, and I don't know exactly what it is.
Okay, fair enough. And I don't know why this went down the way it did. So the district will not tolerate hostile or abusive treatment, derogatory remarks because of disability against students, staff, or volunteers with disability. And considers discrimination on the basis of disability in violation of the state and federal law. Okay. So, oh, what is this blue? Oh.
That's what we just did.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah, I think that's, it bulleted things though, it's,
I think these are them, it was bulleted.
well,
Okay.
it also bulleted a couple other things.
Did it?
Bulleted the section 504 coordinator.
Oh, okay.
It changed
So-
that title 9 and 504.
Okay, so who did the blue that I didn't realize was there?
It must have been Rusty. I don't know.
Okay. Okay, well, I'm gonna make this one go away since I know everything's over here, and I guess we'll just look at it in its entirety. What happened? Why did this get so small? Alright, here we go. So I think this. I think there was a revision date after the 21st because and it didn't get updated. And the reason why Brooke would know better because it was when the Biden administration did a whole bunch of changes to Title IX. Well, there was a Trump administration that did changes that went in one direction, and then the Biden administration did changes in a whole different direction, and then I know this policy was redone, so I don't know, we're missing a date, but that's neither here nor there.
Don't you still need those legal references?
I don't know, because on their new one, they have these legal references, so I have no idea if we double checked those, because I would think that these need to be on there as well, but I don't know.
Also, the newer ones are not.
I would say the more the merrier, but.
Right, but they're not
I'm
formatted
listening.
quite the same,
Right.
referenced quite the same,
Correct.
that's what I'm saying.
Okay, so I'm gonna take all of this. You know what I think I'll do? I'm just gonna go.
Yeah, it looks like online our last one is July 8th, 2021. Is that the one that's on there?
Yes,
Okay.
but what I'm saying is, have firmly believe that there was another point in time when this was reviewed because we had to go through the whole rigmarole of everything. So, oopsies.
Undo.
So this Title IX in Section 504 is different than what he had written on the other policies. So,
Okay, so then that one down there must be the one that it has to be.
inquiries regarding compliance with this non-discrimination policy may be directed to.
No, that language is in the red that we have.
This one? Control
It's just not
F.
stated the same.
Right, so let's bring it up here.
Inquiries,
And
compliance,
this.
yada
So what are we missing? This is a lot of work. So inquiries regarding compliance with non-discrimination policy may be directed to Section 504 Program Coordinator. And Director of Human Resources, like,
yada.
comma. Whoopsies. Okay, there we go. Lakeland Joint School District, comma. There's our address, street, comma, Rathdrum, Idaho. Period. Alright, so the district's Title IX coordinator is designated to, okay, so this is the exact same
That's the
thing.
same thing, it's just that they
We're just-
bolted it.
Yeah,
And it
which
looks
is
like
fine.
the address is on there too.
Right, which is
So-
required.
Yeah, there you
I'm gonna
go.
take that and make it red. Okay, and then
Oh,
what
have you
else
strike
is-
the other that we had?
so this was all, I'm taking all of this off. Alright, I'm gonna take this and move it up here. Suppose I could things I don't think about till after the fact. Make this all red.
Do you wanna date those legal references, or does it matter?
What do you mean?
That these newer ones,
Well, there is none of the
Others are-
USCs,
Mhm.
which I think should be in here. I don't understand why we would have, oh wait, no, they reformatted them. Oh my lord, okay. It's gonna take some time to get used to. 20, 42, they're not in order. Ugh. 20 is right there, 704. Do you see that one?
a couple of them are 64, 65.
Rehabilitation Act of 1973. I think that one's
They're all
still-
scrambled as far as, they should
I
be
know.
date, in
Yeah.
order by date, I would think.
Well,
And then equal access,
the
the
way
final
we've,
two don't have a date at all.
right, well, the way we've always done it is the number and then the title of that, because that way it's easier to scroll through. So I don't know why why Rusty chose to do it this way, but, I don't see 20, 794. Does somebody see that on there? 20 USC 794, section 504.
Could that be that
Aye.
it's been repealed or no longer
Wait,
valid?
Section 504 of the okay, right there. 29, section 7. Oh, it's a 29. I thought it was a 20.
504 of the rehabilitation.
Right, so it's there. 20 USC 7005. Yep, no, 79. Okay, we're gonna do this because I
7905.
can't read through these strikeouts.
Unstrike those.
Unstriking. There
There
we
we
go.
go. That's easier.
20, yeah.
Okay, perfect, thank you. 42 USC 6101.
6101?
Yep, perfect. 42 USC 121001 at sequence.
Only one O.
Um,
Yep, that matches.
okay, and then do we have 12131? For that same at sequence?
I don't.
1, 2, what?
It's,
Cause it should be 42 USC, it's double sections, that one and then that one.
oh, you're right, yeah. No, I don't see that.
Okay,
Is it possible that it was repealed or no longer valid?
I don't know, because, I don't know why we've done what we've done. I'm gonna bold this.
So-
Well, I'll see what I can see.
You have it,
Okay,
you have it 313 instead of 131.
okey doke, thank you.
Well, let's see what's
Perfect.
going on with that one and see if it's been repealed or changed.
I'm looking.
Okay.
Idaho Code 675909, they have 5901. Okay, so that must be being told, the whole chapter on Idaho Commission of Human Rights. Elementary and Secondary Education Act, Boy Scouts of America, those are not listed anymore? Why?
No, specifically. And they're referenced.
They are referenced
specifically
in there.
So that would need to be there.
Yes, it would, so let's just gonna,
What I'm finding as of yesterday, 12/131 is still in effect.
okay. So I'm gonna read these. Thank you for finding that out.
You bet.
Oops. They will go red, but we will highlight them because for whatever reason they weren't included. I don't know, there's obviously no IDAPA rules, which seems odd, but okay. There weren't any before, so. Alright, now we'll strike this out. Cause it seems like all of that
All of
is
that is
down
down
there
there.
with, yeah. Okay. So this one could, go to,
Now just
go ahead.
with the references, the legal references,
Yeah,
on all the other policies, they're not bulleted like that.
I know.
Okay.
I'll go through and format them differently.
Yeah, I would appreciate we retain
That
what
same-
we've done all the.
That same format.
Yeah, where
Because
it's,
you're looking for the
it's
same
the
thing all the time.
number and then the
It will,
title.
yeah, it will all be reformatted, no worries.
Alright, so this one, I guess, maybe this is where I'm a little confused with, the changes in the processes. So if this was brought forward by Rusty, does that mean he needs to review it again before the parents look at
Yeah,
it?
he'll wanna see if we made any changes or anything like that.
But we didn't. Well, I shouldn't say that. We kept in a couple of paragraphs, that one and that one.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it should go out to, parent survey. And I guess back to Rusty. Okay, so, student dress. Since I didn't, okay, let me see. Nope, okay, so what is he? Oh. No, we can't make these changes right now. No, we can't make these changes. The board agreed that significant changes to the student dress policy would be made before the start of the school year. And I really thought that, okay, so I would, wait, what is this one? That's our draft. Okay, so then, what is it then? So he's.
So we've always had it very simple, 2 fingers.
Right.
But of course, there's other ways to show the undergarments.
Oh yeah.
And so that's what they're fighting.
Alright, so let me make this one go up. Let's go here. Okay, so tank top must be 2 fingers width, and the top must fully, oopsies, cover undergarments and the chest of the student. I'm sorry, but who's gonna be checking that?
Sometimes it's so flagrant that.
That I do know, but I mean,
Yeah.
okay, so I'm gonna copy this and put it over here. Control V. Oops, make that go away. Take this and put that there, and highlight this and make a comment. Okay, put my name on it, so we know. Alright, and then skirts and dresses.
Shorts.
So he wants shorts taken out.
No, I want shorts added in.
Well, he wants, but see right below it is shorts, must be the minimum length of
okay.
mid-thigh.
Yeah,
Alright,
just
so-
to combine it, okay, gotcha.
Yep. And then go back here, make it come back. Oops. Okay, there we are. Not a fan of Google. Okay, so then, skirts.
So that one, yeah, just by adding shorts into that same thing wouldn't really change the policy, it would just put them all in the same line, but the ensuring the appropriate length, yada, yada, yada,
Right.
that's a lot more specific.
The struggle is that, it was my understanding, in speaking with administration, that there wouldn't be changes made, because those need to be made. Parents get so upset when you change the dress code in the middle of the year, or what they perceive to be right before school starts. So we were, we were supposed to be doing this in May to
Yeah.
make sure that everybody
Yeah.
was completely on board for the next school year. So, must be a minimum length.
And that language is still there.
To ensure clothing is the appropriate length to cover undergarments and private body parts such as buttocks at all time.
Sad
I
that it
think-
must be said.
Yeah. I think mid-thigh is covering the buttocks, but I guess. Alright, so let's go here. Maybe not.
Could
maybe.
have a saggy buttocks.
Could be. Let's see. Would like to change this sentence to read as comment. Okay. Nothing else on this. So, given that we're not. Alright. The Board of Trustees provides an educational atmosphere conducive to learning while minimizing disruptions and or distractions to protect the health, safety, and morals of our students. Matters of dress remain primarily the responsibility of students in consultation with their parents or legal guardians. All students are required to adhere to the standards of dress when the student is on any school premise or at any school-sponsored activity, regardless of location. Students are not to wear or carry items of apparel which depict or allude to alcohol and tobacco, controlled substance, drug paraphernalia, gangs, violence, sexually explicit, pornographic images, or illegal acts. The wearing, using, or displaying of evidence supporting membership or affiliation with any gang is prohibited on any school premises or at any school-sponsored activity. The wearing of head coverings are inappropriate during the Pledge of Allegiance, National Anthem, and Veterans Day Assembly. The minimum standards for dress include, but are not limited to, the following. I don't even want to go through those because there shouldn't be any changes. Cheerleading, sports, and other school-directed uniforms are allowed to be worn at school or Spirit Day pep rallies, approved school functions, events, and sponsored activities. I will take that extra period out. Interpretation and implementation of the policy. The building principals shall use reasonable discretion in interpreting and implementing the provisions of this policy. If a conflict arises, the interpretation of the building principals shall be final. Enforcement: teachers and administrators may deny class entrance to students dressed or otherwise adorned. Why is that down there? Who knows? Inappropriately until arrangements may be made for their dress to be in compliance with this policy. Parents or legal guardians will be notified when a student is in violation of this policy, and no remedy is available. Students who are insubordinate or refuse to change their improper attire or who repeat dress code violations shall be subject to disciplinary action.
Do we want to say the inappropriate or their inappropriate attire?
Oopsies.
I mean, you said there, and to me that's more fitting than the
Where-
second line, the second last line. Change their inappropriate attire. Or the.
Change. what are we saying, Mary? This adds clarity, maybe? I don't know.
That's what,
Clarity?
yeah.
In order to allow appropriate attire for a particular educational or school activity or event, the building principal has the authority to grant temporary exceptions to specific provisions of this policy, accommodations. What is wrong with this policy? The district will seek to accommodate cultural, religious, and ethnic differences in dress and grooming, provided such dress or grooming does not materially or substantially disrupt the educational process of the school or create a health or safety hazard for students, staff, or others. No student shall be required to modify their natural head or facial hair, such as by shaving or straightening through the application of heat or chemicals.
Whoa.
Well, we
must
did.
be because of that.
Well, we've had some interesting things occur. So, all right, cross-reference that, okie dokie. So this one, the draft, can go, I guess, back to Rusty so that he can see that there, and then go to the board. Well, it needs to come to the board before it should go to the parents, because I don't know if the board is gonna wanna add the language, given that we're mid-year. I mean, well, we're not quite mid-year, but
Just as a side.
we've already started. Go
Do you
ahead.
wanna add that interpretation, boop, at the end of the page? Do you wanna add that heading to the next page?
What are you talking about?
Go to the bottom of the page up. Nope. Right there, interpretation and implementation.
Oh, gotcha.
Just bring that heading down to the next page.
I can't.
Or not. There you go. Delayed reaction.
There we go. All right, so we'll go to gunk. All right.
And then that brings everything back up onto the same page.
That's right.
You don't have that
Thank
extra
you,
page.
Mary. Okay, patron participation. Okay. At each regular and special meeting of the board held in person or virtually, the agenda shall provide time for public input. This will be unstruck. I think we need to make this highlighted, because I do not know. Alright. When the agenda allows for public input, this, what if I just highlight that? Because the reality is the board stated they want to hear from patrons at all meetings. So maybe we should state that.
At all meetings.
Yep. And they can choose, which sentence do they want? Of the board, held in person or virtually. Alright, so
Very colorful.
Okay.
So in that next sentence though, you don't need when the agenda allows for public input, because you're saying every agenda will.
correct.
So you just strike that out and say all persons wishing.
board shall submit a request to address the board form policy, okay. Forms are available from the board clerk at each meeting and on the district website. Participation, public participation shall be heard during public input. Each person shall be allotted 3 minutes for input. In the event a large number of individuals wish to speak on the same issue or topic, a present representative may be selected to speak on behalf of the group to summarize their position. Time allotment for group participation shall not exceed 10 minutes.
Do you wanna say a representative should be selected? Rather than may? Cause I think what you're trying to do there is, you know, minimize the time that takes. You've got 15 people.
Right.
Speaking to the same thing.
Well, the total time allotted for public input during regular meeting of the board
Is an hour.
during a meeting of the board shall not exceed 1 hour. Well, and we also have this issue where I don't know if it states it down further, but we've had instances where the board has allowed others, has allowed people to talk longer than 3 minutes. It's never gone any longer than like 5 or 6 minutes. But
I've had people last about 8 to 10 minutes before.
okay, but not recently that I recall.
Our last meeting we did 8.5.
Okay, I don't know that he was 8.5 because I was watching the clock, but I didn't review the video. So, but regardless, if the board wants to hear from somebody longer than 3 minutes, the board has the right to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And we've had, you know, in the past, we've had the superintendent try to shut down public comment, and the board had to step in and say, no, we want to continue to hear what they have to say. So I'm wondering if there needs to be language in there that states that, so that it's crystal clear that the board has the authority to allow public comment to extend beyond the 3 minutes, should it desire to do so. Let's do this. What if we struck this out? And made it is allotted 3 minutes for, go ahead.
Oh, I'm just reading with my pencil.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
No, if you have a comment, just shout it
I
out.
sure will. I'm
In the
just.
event of a large number or of individuals wish to speak on the same topic, a representative may be selected. Okay, the allotment for group participation. The total time. Statement? I don't know.
Are you are you intending to be inclusive of the 1 hour, or specific to the 3 minutes, or both?
I think both.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, because we've had meetings where we had public comment go for way longer than an hour, and it was exhausting because the people kept saying the same thing over and over and over again. So that's where it's like, no, we need to keep it an hour. And with respect to the fact that, you know, I get everybody wants to say the same thing and have their voice heard. But that's why when it's like, if there's a whole bunch of you that are saying the same thing, then just let one person speak and they can speak for a little longer.
Right.
But it's just, the board has the authority to extend the time, but I don't know if it has to be in the policy, but I don't know.
I'm afraid that that makes it look though like you're picking and choosing on who you can allow to speak longer, which could in turn reflect negatively, which is like something you don't want.
Okay.
I think she's right. I mean, are you really gonna get called on a carpet if you go an hour and 10 minutes? Oh, you went too long. I mean,
Well, we were
really
called
gonna
on the
threat-
carpet for the last board meeting, but the thing is that the board has the authority to allow, I mean, the person wasn't speaking for an hour and the person had been shut out at the last board meeting, so I felt they had the right to speak, and he didn't go for very long. But, there's that, because it's not on the policy that the board is allowed
Got it.
to, you know, let people speak, because I mean there's been a few times where people have been pretty insistent, and often if, you know, I've given, you know, you're reaching the 3-minute warning. One time the superintendent was like, "You're done, 3 minutes is up," and I had to say, well, I'd really like them to finish what they're saying so that we can have a better understanding, which the board has the right to do that because people are talking to the board members.
So the dichotomy is how do you stay in control but still have some flexibility?
Right, I mean, the desire on a normal meeting where nobody's been shut out of a meeting, everybody knows they get to come and have their piece, and there's 20 people that want to speak, yeah, we would probably be pretty adherence to the 3-minute so that we could make sure everybody got in to speak. Because 9 times out of 10, the people speaking are all speaking about the same thing.
And this is all being pre-predicated on how many people have formed out the Form 4106, correct?
Well, sometimes we receive emails of people that want that, so it's not that they're circumventing the form, they're just saying, hey, needs to get before the board.
Right.
So they don't necessarily have to complete the form?
They should. I know that in the past, the clerk has either sent them a form or asked for clarification, are you submitting this as like a form, blah, 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 so that, you know, because we don't want to make it so that people are just hoop jumping when they just want their concern heard by the board.
Okay, does this solve a problem that someone can speak during the hours equal parts of the number 4106 people, or so that way if you have 5 people, then theoretically they could have 10 minutes each, right? If you've only had 5 people during the hour, they could each have 10 minutes, and you allow for that.
Everybody gets 3 minutes. It's at the discretion
Or
of the board if it
a
needs to be
minimum
longer.
of 3 minutes. So that way, if you've got 50 people, then each person can have their 3 minutes, but if there isn't a heavy docket of 4106 people, then you have the discretion.
Well, actually they can't because we're only doing it for an hour. So, I mean,
Unless
that's
there's some sort of extenuating.
circumstances that would merit going beyond the hour for whatever reason.
So maybe you need some language to that effect. I mean, extenuating circumstances. The board reserves not the right necessarily, not the right word, to extend the 1 hour. In the event of an extenuating circumstances. to extend. The time allotted. Because generally, if you're extending an individual's 3 minutes, that has the potential of extending to 1 hour.
Correct. Correct. Because if we allow one person to go 5 minutes, but everybody else gets 3, then we would be going 2 minutes over the 1 hour.
So is that,
In the event of extenuating circumstances, which, I mean,
It's
my
vague.
only struggle is like,
it's vague, but at the
what
same.
is considered extenuating?
Yeah, exactly.
Now, does that cover the 3-minute part too? Cause I think where a big problem is that 3 minutes. Like allowing it to go over that 3 minutes. I think you need to have some wording in there that says with a board member's request, a person can go longer. Cause like in the instance where you do wanna hear more, that way, you know, it like I said, it protects you from looking like you're picking and choosing who you're allowing.
Something is like, allowing a comment, or a constituent to
Well,
To finish their thought?
complete their comment. Something along those lines, so that, you know, not everyone is as concise. Some people
Ramble.
and there's a matter of, okay, the board's gotten their point, it's 3 minutes and they could keep going, but we gotta stop them, versus they're on a good roll and but they haven't gotten their point within
They
that
haven't
3 minute
quite
frame.
got that, yeah.
How can we say that? In extenuating circumstances. Okay, so that speaks to actually the whole hour.
That's what I'm
Extending
thinking.
that total. So, you know, so there's 35 people. There's no way you're gonna get 3 minutes per person in an hour.
right.
And I, you know, I don't know that doesn't happen very long or very often, but there are some.
But it does happen.
Yeah, it does happen. And you can say, no, we're gonna table this until the next meeting, or we're gonna take everybody's comments tonight and just extend it.
Well, that's why we've held sometimes some special meetings, because we know things are contentious and we know there's gonna be an extensive amount of public comment on the same thing. And we want people to have their voices heard, but the problem is people don't realize that when they're taking 2 hours of the meeting, we're still stuck having to do the whole board meeting. So
Yeah.
that we've done that, where we're like, let's just hold a special meeting and people can come say what they gotta say. So we just listen to them and then the meeting's.
And that's the special meeting is.
Well, not always, but I mean,
Yeah.
we would hold a special meeting for that.
Mhm.
Yes, you're correct.
That's speaking to an individual going over their 3 minutes. How can you say that without, like, say, being, being noted or called out for being unfair? She got 6 versus I only got 3. You cut me off.
Right, or I didn't speak because you went off.
Mhm.
Or I wouldn't say and.
I mean, I think regardless, you'd get called out either way, but at least this way, it kind of protects the board a little bit. That way, you know, you can say, you know, look, in policy, I do have the right to continue this.
Well, and
Kinda.
being able to just say, we're going to give you 1 more minute to finish your thought.
Right.
Or we're gonna give you an
And
additional
we've done
minute.
that a few times
And
too.
making that statement,
Right.
then if somebody says, well, no, we said, so that they could finish their
We
thought.
used to have a 3-minute timer though, right?
Mhm.
So I mean, but we usually only bring out the timer when there's a huge
Mhm.
crowd so that we know
And
that
you're
we
trying
can
to make
keep
sure.
everybody on track. Which gets misconstrued as something negative when it's not. Alright, well, it is 6:59. We are not going to get through the next 2 paragraphs in 1 minute time. So we will go ahead and stop here and pick it up next Monday.
Alright.
Next Monday.
Same time, same place.
Don't change that dial. Oops, let's see here. Alright, so it is technically 6:59 and we are stopping.